Because people don't need longer, bigger titles. They actually just need clearer purpose.
It's about to get wild. It's about to get wild.
Welcome to Wild Wednesday, your 3-minute boost for leadership, culture, sales and marketing, and business breakthroughs to help you win the day. Let's pump the hump.
Pump the hump.
What you call the role is what people rise to. They rise or they shrink to the words spoken over them. Now, titles, they don't just describe a job, they help people understand how they can show up in it. One of our partners that we work with recently had an opening for their admin assistant. But instead of calling the role an admin assistant, they actually titled the role Customer Journey Advocate. They had 140 applicants apply to be the customer journey advocate. Why? The words that we say mattered and people saw themselves in that position. So here are 3 quick truths about titles and the words we use. Number 1, titles don't just identify responsibilities, they actually shape identity. You see, what we call someone is actually what they start to believe about who they are. So number 2, job titles are a permission slip. They either create confusion or they create clarity. And number 3, titles don't just fill roles, they actually cast vision. Because the right title tells people why their work matters, not just what they do. So this week's challenge, I want you to look at one person on your team. Does their title reflect the value, the worth, the growth that you see in them? Because often we don't see it ourselves. And the right words, a title or a role, could be the thing to invite them into another level of ownership, to cast a vision, to help them see something that you see in them. Words matter, titles matter. We'll see you next week. Let's grow.
Ooh, yeah.
Kuhl-Aid.
Flavor of the week.
The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. Stephen Covey is the one that said that. And frankly, we almost all get that backwards. Last time we talked about protecting the things of highest values, our priorities. Stephen Covey, he wrote a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I want to use a tool he has in that book to help us further protect our priorities. It's called the Eisenhower Matrix. You can look it up online, it's everywhere. But it's pretty simple little 2x2 grid, like 4 little boxes, right? Those boxes across the top are gonna be labeled urgent, not urgent. Down the side is gonna be important, not important. Quadrant number 1, that is going to be urgent and important. You need to do it now. Quadrant number 2, the most important sought after box of them all, is going to be important, but it's not urgent. In other words, you're being very proactive. Quadrant number 3, this is going to be the box where you delegate. Not important, but it is urgent. And quadrant number 4, that is the not urgent, not important. That one you need to delete, whatever lands in there, right? You ask yourself, why is this even on here? Because you've got lots of important things that you need to work on. So let me leave you with this challenge. Go through your emails, your projects, your tasks, your calendar, and run it through the Eisenhower Matrix. Let me give you a 4-word alliteration that I use myself. You're gonna ask yourself these questions when you're running it through the matrix. Do I need to do it? Do I need to defer it? Do I need to delegate it or delete it? Lastly, I'll leave you with this quote by Sir Francis of Assisi. Start with what's necessary, then what's possible, and soon you'll be doing the impossible.
Excellent.
Indecision is a decision, and it's usually the wrong one. One of my personal core values is decide and drive. I say indecision is a decision I'm not willing to make. In sales and leadership and life, waiting too long to make a move will cost you more than actually making the wrong move. I'm not telling you to be reckless. I'm telling you to trust your gut, study the data, and pull the trigger. Because forward momentum builds confidence. Clarity comes from movement, not sitting still. I've missed opportunities because I waited too long, but I've never regretted moving with purpose. even when it didn't turn out the way I thought it should. Because movement creates momentum, and I'd rather fail with momentum than stand still in fear. Don't let fear make your decisions. Decide, drive forward, and adjust as you go. I'm out.
Stay wild!
Builds confidence.
Titles don't just, what are they?
Bing, bing, bing.
Or do we need
Titles? What are titles? Kyle!
Well, that was pretty good off the dome.